What's up everybody, Damon here, and in today's gaming news, a few EA games are being delisted from storefronts. Blizzard says not to worry about Diablo 4's launch in June, and Rare has plotted out the next 5 years of Sea of Thieves. This is your Daily Fix. EA is shutting down Battlefield 1943, Bad Company 1 and 2, and the original Mirror's Edge. On April 28th, the 4 games will be removed from digital stores and will no longer be available to purchase. EA says, quote, "This is in preparation for the retirement of the online services for these titles, which will happen on December 8th, 2023. Battlefield 1943 is an all-online multiplayer shooter from 2009, so without its online service, there won't be much for players to do with it. But both Bad Company games have beloved single-player campaigns along with their multiplayer modes, so it's a shame to lose those." And wouldn't you know it, turns out EA is not delisting Mirror's Edge. That was apparently an error. The official Battlefield Twitter account posted an update reading, "An earlier version of this announcement included Mirror's Edge. That was an error. We currently have no plans to remove Mirror's Edge from digital storefronts." Well, good, because that didn't seem to make much sense. Anyway, now on the one hand, I get why EA is doing this. Without the online services available for these games, EA would have to rewrite the descriptions for them in all storefronts, provide some kind of disclaimer explaining why these features are missing, and probably lower their prices. It might have been a whole thing that EA just didn't want to deal with. On the other hand, it's just terrible for game preservation. Ideally, we'd have access to these games for ourselves and future generations for all kinds of reasons, from entertainment to archival purposes to educational purposes. It's always disappointing when a game, beloved or not, just disappears and can no longer be accessed by new players. Moving on, Blizzard says the technical issues that plagued Diablo 4's Rocky open beta have helped pave the way for its full launch on June 6th. Last weekend saw Blizzard hold the first mostly open beta for Diablo 4, which was accessible for gamers who had either pre-ordered a copy or obtained a promotional code by ordering chicken from KFC. Unfortunately, the 3-day event was marred by numerous technical issues that forced players to endure prolonged queue times while encountering frustrating error messages. Diablo 4's general manager Rod Ferguson said in an interview with NME, "The word beta nowadays has kind of been misconstrued, where people start calling things beta that's actually a marketing beta, and it's just another term for a demo. That's not our case at all. Our beta is actually us testing our technology, especially on the server side. We had a little bit of a rocky start on Friday." He added, "Sometimes as a player, it can be a little frustrating, but they have to recognize that they're helping us make the actual launch of the game that much better." Be sure to check out IGN's Diablo 4 wiki guides to get the most out of this weekend's open beta, which will run from March 24th to 26th. And finally today, Rare and Microsoft are celebrating the 5th anniversary of Sea of Thieves, but the developers are also looking out toward the horizon for the next 5 years of the live service pirate adventure. Creative director Mike Chapman said, "I think 10 years of Sea of Thieves will feel like a long time, but also we'll blink and be there. And I still think we'll have unfinished business when we get to that point." The Sea of Thieves team is apparently discussing ideas for smuggling mechanics, rewards for protecting other players from griefers, and a means of painting screenshots. The development team's mantra is players creating stories together, and this wide vision has the team feeling like they'll never run out of ideas as long as players are there to experience them. We re-reviewed Sea of Thieves in 2020, calling it a pirate fantasy sandbox with an enormous amount of things to do, made unpredictable and exciting by the addition of other players. It also made our list of the 10 best co-op games. And that is your Daily Fix for Tuesday, March 21st. Now that you're caught up on the news, check out a new gameplay trailer for Aliens Dark Descent. I'm Damon Hadfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.